I just got the Google Pixel 6a, and this of course is the newest iteration of Google's more affordable A series line, following up with last year's Google Pixel 5a. And when it comes to design, the Google Pixel 6a shares very similar design elements to that of the Google Pixel 6. For $599 Canadian or $449 US dollars, the Pixel 6a is competing in that mid-range bang for your buck smartphone. And although this phone may have some problems, it still has a lot to offer. And before we dive deep into the specifics, let's get the Pixel 6a unboxed. Okay, so we're gonna get this unboxed. So we have the Pixel 6a in sage green, and then we have here Google, a couple of other informations here, and then we have Pixel 6a. And when you pre-order right now, you also get the Pixel Buds here, so I got that for free. Normally, I think it's around $139 Canadian. So let's get this open. So we're just gonna have to peel a couple stickers here. You know what? Just make it easier for me. Just run that through. And run that through. Oops, kind of feel that. Let's try to pop that open. There you go. So right off, we have the Pixel 6a in sage green. We're just gonna have to lift the tab here, and we're gonna take a look at this in a bit. So I'm just gonna put it off to the side here. So in here, we do have a booklet here, probably a couple of manuals. We have the SIM eject tool, and then we have a couple of things here. So obviously we have the manual and a couple of the booklets. So we're gonna toss that here, and then we have a power cord, and then we have another adapter here, USB Type-C to USB, and then that is pretty much it that comes in the box. We don't get the power brick with this. Now switching focus to this is a sage green Google Pixel 6a. Right out of the box, the sage green Pixel 6a has a lot of the same design elements of last year's Pixel 6. When we look at the dimensions, the 6a is a 6.1 inch device, coming in a bit smaller than the Pixel 6, which houses a 6.4 inch display. On the top, we have the hole punch selfie camera and pretty noticeable side bezels all around, with a slightly larger bottom chin, giving the Pixel 6a an 83% screen to body ratio, making it a pretty handy and compact device. I also like the aluminum frame, the IP67 rating, which is nice to have, and great stereo speakers. Overall, this is a great phone for you if you are in the market for an easy to handle compact Android device. Flipping it to the back, the 6a looks exactly like the Pixel 6 flagship phone with some slight changes in sizes. Google has this thing where they bring unique colors, whether it's their Stadia controllers or their phones, and I'm all for it. The sage green color definitely stands out. The back has this glossy pastel green rear with a black camera bar running across the phone. The design elements definitely scream a Pixel phone, and it's hard to miss. Although visually, the design gets 10 points for being different, we should note that we are back to plastic rear cover and not glass. However, the framing is aluminum and it looks as if it's black, but if we move closer, it's a very deep dark olive green frame, and we have the contrasted minty green on the top back of the phone. Overall, when it comes to design, I think the Pixel 6a is definitely unique, and I like the choice of colors, but I do have to say personally it feels less premium. Looking around the body of the phone, on the left side you get the SIM card tray with no SD card or expandable storage offered on the 6a. Flipping to the right, we get the typical volume and power buttons. At the bottom, we got the mic, speaker grills, and the USB-C charging port. Right above the hole punch selfie camera, hiding that bezel, you will see the secondary speaker for dual stereo sound, and you get that dual lens setup on the camera bar at the back of the phone. Now looking at the display, we get an in-display fingerprint reader, and it's relatively slow compared to other flagship phones. Not only are the readers slow, but it's also proven to be very inaccurate. At times, fingerprints not registered are also able to unlock the Pixel 6a, which is very concerning and strange. A lot of people calling, the Google Pixel 6a expensive, overpriced, blah blah blah. The issue here is the display. We get a 1080p OLED panel with 60Hz refresh rate, which is a problem. See, we live in a time where we all use 120Hz, AMOLED display, and when it comes to 60Hz, it is going to take some time getting used to, but overall, the viewing experience is great, no complaints at all. It is absolutely sharp, and the OLED panel is colorful and bold, but it is to note that it may not get as bright and vibrant as other Android phones like the Samsung lines. Nonetheless, it is still excellent for enjoying your favorite content. Now, coming back to the stereo speakers on this phone, in short, it's an absolute win. We get the speakers down on the bottom and the secondary speakers on the top that produce incredible sounds, and here is a sample. Now, the heart of the Google Pixel 6a is Google's own Tensor chipset, which is their in-house flagship processor. The 6a has 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, which is the only option available for this phone. And because this is a Google phone, you not only get Google's best features and software experiences, but you also get access to years and years of Android updates and security patches before it's available on any other devices. I personally feel it's the software features as the Pixel phone offers is what draws consumers towards the Pixel phones. To get that fast, fluid, optimized setup personalized with Google's own custom experience, and with the success of the tensor chipset, the 6a is a very powerful and capable device, ultimately at a discounted price. Another plus for the Google Pixel 6a is its battery life. You get that 4410 mAh battery, and paired with a 60Hz display, the tensor chip, and with a very optimized phone usage, you can expect around 24 hours of battery life on a single charge, which is pretty impressive. When it's time to charge the phone, you don't get the option for wireless charging, but you can plug it into an outlet. Unfortunately, you don't get the power brick in the box, but you do get the cable, and the phone does support 18-watt wire charge, but you will have to find the corresponding power brick. And now finally, we can move our focus to the camera system on the Pixel 6a. So we get that 12.2 megapixel f1.7 aperture main lens coupled with the 12.2 megapixel 114 degrees ultra wide, and at the front you got the 8 megapixel selfie camera. It's quite obvious Google has been reusing the same camera module time and time again, but maybe it's not so bad because it still is a pretty solid camera system. The Pixel 6a obviously offers top tier picture taking if that is what you're interested in. Overall, the 6a offers an amazing Google Pixel experience at a huge price cut. If you want that powerful processing, continuous software updates, and the amazing Google system in your next phone, then the Pixel 6a is a strong contender. But that is if the 60Hz isn't a turn off. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that like, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and drop a comment down below. I will get back to each and every one of your comments, and you may be featured in my next video. Till next time, peace.